recording. Well, this is a tennis cube that I decided to change out the battery. This is the old battery that came with it. There's a supporting brace for it. And I'm sorry I had to shoot the camera after this. I just remembered better to make a video about it. And what I did is I had a spare larger battery, larger capacity. I thought maybe, hey, you know what? If I swap it out, I could get a lot more playtime with the cube on the court. Well, I had to make some small adjustments. This battery is obviously much too long, not as tall, a little bit thinner. So just had to adjust the brace a little bit and drill a couple holes, secure it down with a plastic tie down. And right now I'm just about wrapping it up. I tested it, it was working. We'll see it again. And the taping here is just to prevent any electrical shortages while this thing's being transported and moving around. Second thing is that there was tape on top of the old battery to prevent what do I call it, water or moisture to get on it, the electrical connections. So I'm just going to tape it up, and once we fasten it and secure it back up, just a few screws here and there, we'll see how it could work. This is just a plain old 12-volt battery. All it does is has a bigger capacity, and I think the same charger should be able to charge this as well. So great, let's stop it. Taped it up now. That's just like originally it was done with packing tape. Now I use electrical tape. Secure any kind of in case that we operate in a rain. I don't think so. Yeah, and that's a very simple job. Hopefully, let's continue what we left off. So last time I showed that tried to install a battery, this one here, which was actually bad, so I had to order a new one. But anyways, that didn't fit if you try to put a regular spot that it was supposed to belong for this tennis cube. And so what I had to do was drill some couple of holes on the side. It turns out that if you try to install it this way, right? This way, I'm sorry. Yeah, the brackets and so on will fit right in there. But there's a problem. This battery I'm using is a lot longer than the standard battery that it comes with. And so I have to bend the bracket. But as you bend the bracket, there's no longer a enough metal left here to secure it down to the chassis. Okay, so what to do? Well, I bend it a little bit and use that as a hook or leverage onto a tie wrap, and then drill a couple of holes on the side here, you can see, just for the tie wrap to go through, and that way that will secure the inside of it. And on this side I could still fasten it down with the bolt and nuts through that part. Okay, let's install it, and then I'll show what happens after the installation. Alright, so we're gonna continue the installation here, and I just got it in there. The battery, there's a lot of cavity actually, it turns out, on the back side. You can see where the wheels are. So it can fit actually the battery, even longer battery than this, but this is a good size already. By the way, be careful that when you install the bracket here, because of this little angled tab, you want to install it a little deeper. See how there's a line here? That's where this underside belly panel is has to be installed, and it goes fairly deep to right about here. So make sure the ankle bracket, I have to bend this so that it doesn't hit the back panel after you close this thing up. Other than that, that's it. It's secured nicely inside. It's not hitting or touching anything. The wires have been taped down with duct tape, and the terminals have been protected with electrical tape. And on the outside, you can see how the tie wrap is just tied here. I'm going to close it up with a black electrical tape, and then we should be ready to go. Hopefully this battery will supply me a lot more power.